Lesbians.
I think everybody can hear you. Hello, good evening.
Everybody can hear us.
Shall we stop that?
No.
Oh, brilliant. Maybe we just do it all together. Hello, good evening.
Hello,
Hello and welcome to the program that we're still thinking about what we're going to name it, but we're kind of thinking loosely Lesbians. Why not?
very apt, I think. Good evening, ladies. How are you?
We're good.
We are so good. It's so nice to see you guys at Christmas.
Isn't it beautiful? What do you think of our tree?
It's
It's
gorgeous.
pretty special. What do you think of our tree?
Oh my God, it's exactly the same.
We love it. It's huge. And does it just fit in under the ceiling there?
To be honest, we've had to bend it over by about half an inch to get it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But
Half an inch makes all the difference.
so I'm told.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
No, we can check that later.
But did you copy our tree? Because it looks, hang on, sorry.
No, because this is an existing tree, girls. We bought this tree last year. So, yeah, no, definitely not. This is all our own work.
I think it was quite a family affair, wasn't it? Putting it up with the
actually,
kids.
you know what? A lot of these decorations are handmade by our kids, and they've got our kids' names on, and they've got our cats' names on, and that's like, it's a family story. It's a bit of history up there, all on the tree. So, yeah, if you actually get close up to it, you can see our story.
I love that. That's so
Guys.
beautiful.
Do you know, my sister sent me pictures of her decorating her flat today, and she made her tree, which is her tree, and just how, you know, she sees Christmas with her son, perhaps. And then she did extra tree, and she said, that's going to be a surprise. I'll send you pictures later. I know, she sent me pictures, and I knew it was coming. It was all the old Christmas decorations that me and my dad and my mum used to have on our tree, and I was like, and they're really old, and we're talking like 40 years old, perhaps.
That is
really old.
so
That's
lovely.
so special.
The fact that
Yeah.
you still have those in the family is incredible.
They are so old, they're literally falling apart, but she's hung them on this little tree, and it's wonderful. It really is.
You know, I wish we had those. I don't have anything from my family, from my history. Yeah, I don't think you do either, do you? But
No.
actually, we've got little baubles, memorial baubles for all of our deads. So there's one for my mum and dad. There's one for Lisa's mum and dad, and yeah, anyone that happens to die over the next few years will get them a memorial bauble. So it's worth knowing us, literally, just to get a yearly place on our tree by being dead.
You know, it's quite a ceremonial affair in our
Yeah.
house. So, like, you know, those baubles get put on towards the end, and we've had things that we've bought when we've been on special holidays and things, and those get put aside and they get put on at the end, and each kid puts on their own named decorations. And, you know, it's quite a nice thing, isn't it?
It takes all bloody day.
It does take a long time.
But I love the story that goes with everybody's tree. It's so individual. It's like your journey on a tree, isn't it?
I know.
It's
Can you
really
reach out
personal.
that
Which
tiny
one? This one? Oh, yes, our pride decoration.
Oh,
So, do you want to tell the story of this decoration?
Yeah, so last Christmas, we had just started our little Pride in Surrey Heath, and we had joined forces with Pride in Surrey, and St. Mary's Church were running a Christmas tree festival, and we asked if they would allow a gay Christmas tree, and they said yes, which we were a little bit surprised about, but we shouldn't have been. And so we put up our gay Christmas tree in St. Mary's Church, and it didn't win a prize in the Christmas tree festival, but it did take pride of place just inside the door. It was lovely.
Yeah.
And then when the festival was over, we took the tree and we transported it to High Cross Church, where Reverend Mike's church is, and it was in the front window of High Cross Church all over Christmas. And yeah, it was decorated in those rainbow decorations, and I think we had ribbony things, and
we had all sorts of things. So at the Christmas tree festival, we had like a big bucket of sweets for the kids to take, and we had rainbow heart stickers for everyone that liked our tree to take, and have a pride sticker on and everything. And it was just fantastic. So we went up to look at the Christmas tree festival, because what happens is you turn up and you dump your Christmas tree and you decorate it and you bugger off, and then there's hundreds of Christmas trees. So we went and we had a walk around the Christmas trees, And literally every single person in that church had a pride sticker. And there's one guy, wasn't there, who's got, was it a gay daughter or a gay granddaughter? And he had about 19 all over him.
Oh, amazing.
And he loved our tree. And it was just really nice to see the community get behind us and support us. It was smashing. So so there's another story to another decoration on our tree.
That's beautiful.
That's fantastic, and it's really important to, I think, to have that, especially if you have kids, and then they can remember all this in years and put those decorations up. And exactly like what me and my sister do. 40 years later, we're still using the same decoration. It's amazing. For us, Molly and I, it's a little bit different this year because this isn't actually so that's Molly, but that isn't actually our tree behind us. Hence why I say a little bit. Oh gosh! And this is
Good evening.
this is our pride sister.
Oh, you're in front of your Christmas tree.
Hello, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho ho ho! We were just talking about our different Christmas this year because girls had described their tree and the sort of story behind the decoration, and this isn't our tree, so it's a little bit strange because we've actually got a rainbow tree back home, but because we're staying somewhere else this year, house sitting, this isn't our tree, but it's perfectly beautiful.
It's like something out of a movie scene.
Absolutely, and we love it.
Gorgeous. It looks
It
lovely.
is, you're right. It's a movie scene tree, isn't it? I'm expecting what's her name, Kirsten Stewart, and that other one to pop along now and have a snog in front of it. So if you carry them on, are they there? But no, here's someone else. Here's Steve again.
Who's back? Hello.
Weird.
Where
Hey,
are
what?
you, Stephen?
We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I have no idea if you can hear me or not.
We
I'm
can.
Popping on via the mobile, and I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody, and also a huge thank you and well done to every single person in the Pride family who has literally made this year bearable, because it has been somewhat a challenging year, to say the least. But a year that will definitely go down in the history books as one where, once again, the Pride in Surrey team have just pulled out all the stops to do something that is incredible. And I can't tell you how proud I am of all of you. Honestly, it's just been truly, there's not even a word to describe it. Literally, it's brought so many people together. And what Not Alone has done is not only save people, but connect people to services that potentially were kind of hidden gems around Surrey and around the UK. And what we're seeing is so many people from outside of Surrey come to us and look at what we're doing and see it as a symbol of, just forward thinking. People can see that we're trying as much as we possibly can to remain visible, to educate people, and to continue that celebration of diversity and inclusion. And that's what it's all about. So yeah, Merry Christmas from me. I can talk for England, but honestly, I'm just so proud of you for getting through it at home, whoever you are. And of course, what an incredible, amazing team. And I couldn't wish for, you're my family. That's
to family, to Pride family.
Pride family.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
David.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas, and thank you.
Merry Christmas. Unfortunately, I can't hear the ladies, but it is because I am literally popping in and out like Santa Claus. Although, don't worry, I won't be popping in and pinching any of your mince pies or carrot sticks. In fact, I'll just be after the brandy. Right, I'm going to love you and leave you. Merry Christmas, everybody. And also a Happy New Year from me and Charlie, who is getting the Pride store ready for the new year with a new range of goodies to make sure that every single person in the LGBTQ plus community has and is visible, heard, and they know that they are valid. Not only people that are conventionally part of the LGBTQ plus community, but also every single part of that intersectional group of individuals that you all are. So come and see us at Pride Shop, literally surreyshop.co.uk. Click and collect, COVID friendly, and you never know, you might find out something new about the amazing services that are here in Surrey and around the UK and Ireland. Much love. Ciao for now.
Bye,
Bye.
Steve.
Thank you. What a fantastic message from Stephen. That's so lovely.
I know. A shame he couldn't hear us, because it would have been nice to have a chin wag,
absolutely.
but-
For anyone that doesn't know, that's Stephen Ireland. He's our founder, and for this evening only, an honorary loose lip lesbian.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was it.
lucky Steve. I'm sure Charlie will be delighted about that.
Stephanie and Charlene.
Yeah.
Charlie, yeah.
Oh, that's such a lovely message. And yeah, we were just talking about our Christmas being a little bit different this year, and I don't even know how to explain this. I don't even know how we happen to be in this situation. But you know, Pride in Surrey isn't just about us doing stuff for people. Actually, Pride in Surrey has done something for us, and I think that something is like having these new friendships that we've discovered throughout, being, volunteers for Pride in Surrey. And this isn't just, meeting all of the Pride in Surrey team and making like really nice friendships and relationships like with you girls, but also other people that we actually supported as Pride in Surrey. And one of them is Abby Canilli, who had to actually fly to Brazil this Christmas, and we are house sitting and cat sitting for her, and we're borrowing her beautiful tree. And that's someone we met only at the beginning of this year, and we've just made this incredible connection throughout her music, throughout our Pride in Surrey, and it's a friendship that I think I will cherish for the rest of my life. 100%.
Yeah, and I think it might not have become the friendship it did if it wasn't for COVID. And I think, as much as we see all the negative press and the difficulties we've experienced through COVID, and we're not going to take away from that at all, but I think everyone hopefully has found a friendship or a connection through their community because of it.
Yeah, I think consider what we do in Pride in Surrey. Prior to COVID, we would meet in a meeting room every few weeks, and we'd do a little bit of work on our main Pride events through the year, and we'd have a quick cup of tea with each other, and then we'd go off in our separate ways, and then we wouldn't maybe speak until the next meeting. And I think, what this virus has made us do really is be creative about how we work with each other, and be creative about what we offer to the LGBTQ community. And as a result of that, we've done lots of stuff like this online, where we'll sit and we'll chat, and we actually have gotten to know each other in a completely different way. And you're absolutely right, Molly. It's been a horrendous year, and I don't think that we can even begin to quantify just how awful it's been in so many ways for lots of people. But I think our communities have pulled together in a way that I don't remember ever seeing before. And not just in Pride in Surrey, but in other elements of our society too. And we've all been busy with other things too. And I think there's a lot to treasure and take away from 2020.
Yeah.
We'll be glad to see the back of it, but I hope that some of the things that we've achieved in this year, in terms of the ways we found to work and support each other, the friendships that we've formed, will carry on beyond 2020.
I think it's interesting. It's actually, although it's been very difficult for a lot of people, I think it's actually made a lot of people take stock, hasn't it? And it's made people realise that actually what they've missed, it isn't the cinema or the pub or those things that they do that they took for granted. Actually, what they miss is a cup of tea with their mum and hugging a friend. You certainly, we've seen our friends, but we've shouted from the other end of the path. But to have a hug with somebody you care about and to spend time with the people that you love, that's actually what people have missed. And it's not all the other things that we haven't really been able to do. It's the relationships, and I hope that we take something from 2020 and we carry that forward, and we realise that it's not the things we do together, it's the people we do it with that matters the most.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you could be anywhere, couldn't you? Like, we love going up to London. I love going up with my mom, and we'll go and see a show, or we'll go to the to a museum or something. But it's not about doing that. That just facilitates the time spent with my mum and the conversations we have. And I think that's definitely what we miss. As much as, you know, I love to go and see a show and stuff, it's spending that quality time and the chit chatting you have. You think it's not about anything in particular, but it's all those little things that just keep you sane, isn't it? You actually can express all the things that have happened in your week.
Yeah.
I think for me, because I've obviously, throughout the COVID, I've been allowed to travel back home very little. So it's been so important to not only be part of Pride in Surrey team, but actually have these friendships as well within the team, and making new friendships, which Pride in Surrey really have given me opportunity to meet, you know, different people. But it has been difficult, like, you know, you guys, every time I see you from the distance, I just want to give you a hug, because you've done such an incredible, amazing stuff throughout the COVID. And it's just, I just think the world of you and the rest of the team, and it's just, we can't do that. And it's like,
it's that bond, and that's what's really lovely, actually. I think because we couldn't have our main festival and we couldn't have our events, and, you know, we had a lot of things cancelled. We've taken to the internet, we've taken to Zoom, we've taken to doing these kind of things where we see each other in a completely different light. And I don't think it would be unreasonable for me to say we began this year as colleagues and we're ending this year really very much as firm friends. And I think that has built through us kind of finding new ways of being together and finding new ways of doing things. And it has created a really meaningful friendship for us. And you know, and I think that I will always treasure 2020, actually. I don't think that I will.
I think so.
You know, I think, yes, it's been a bit of a pain in the bum and there's been some things, but actually I think for me personally, there's been a lot more positives that have come out of it than negatives.
Totally agree. And we completely agree with the friendship as well, you know, because I think we've got to know each other through seeing our homes as well. And, you know, we've done recordings and then stayed on and had a chat. And I think we've got to know each other, and hopefully other people have experienced this as well more, because it's not just that you meet and you do something and then you go your separate ways. You know, you're finding out more about, like, your children and your history and what you actually really enjoy.
So you should be.
You know, we all try and find the positive in things, and even though we've all seen the sadness of this year and we've all lost people that we care about and we haven't been able to see people, and, you know, you've got nephews and nieces that you haven't seen and stuff, there are so many positives. And if we try and hang on to those, and they kind of get you through the rough times, don't you? We always say to each other, even in, like, the most difficult times, when Jana's on the phone and she's upset because, you know, her mum can't hear her properly and stuff, you know, we can then have a laugh and a joke, or we can come and speak to you guys, and that just, I mean, that's life in general, isn't it? You need the positive friendships and communities to get you through the rubbish.
But that's isn't it? I mean, I know obviously for both Jana and Lisa, who, you know, have family in other countries, it's been really tough, because Lisa's certainly not been able to get back at all. I know Jana got back but had to quarantine for a long time either side. But actually, besides that, it's taught us new ways to be together. I mean, I know we've all got friends all over the world. We've got friends up and down the country that we maybe, you know, see every couple of years, or we might exchange the odd text message. But actually now we understand and we know that there's other ways we can be with them. And even if it's just doing something like this for 20 minutes and having a catch up, I think it's brought people closer together in that respect. And it's taught us that it really is a very small world, and we've got the technology there to be together regardless of what actually is going on in our lives and in the world.
Yeah, it's just crazy thinking about everything we have actually managed to do in the last, I don't know, 9-10 months. Like, that, guys, just thinking Pride on the Road.
Yeah.
How incredible was that? We couldn't have the real.
So for anybody who doesn't know what Pride on the Road was, we the team, in a socially distant way, we toured Surrey over a weekend. It was mad, absolutely mad. And I think there was was it 13 stops across the county, and we visited towns, you know, that we wouldn't normally get to, actually, which was lovely, because we managed to get to the other side of the county, which, sometimes feels very, very far away, but actually it was perfectly doable for us. And that event reached so many people who wouldn't necessarily be able to come to our main Pride Festival in the summertime. And because we took pride to them, they were able to take part. And, I think there's real power in that visibility as well, as we were, traipsing around the county in our big,
but the power
big
in
bus
speaking to people, there are a lot of people that wouldn't necessarily come to our summer Pride event, or come and march with us in our parade, or come to any of our smaller events, but people that pop into WH Smith that are curious as to why there's this big van of rainbow people coming and talking to us, and being able to engage with those people was really powerful, I think. And hopefully we've created some understanding with the community at large, and I think it did mean a lot to the people in the further away villages, that aren't necessarily in Woking or Camberley, or the places that know us very well, to be able to go to Leatherhead and places like that where we might not necessarily be at the forefront of people's minds, I think was really powerful. We've now created relationships with people there, and we're understood, and we can work with the local authorities, and we can work with local charities, and I think that has been an incredibly positive and powerful experience, certainly for all of us as a team, but hopefully for the residents of those villages and towns.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so refreshing, when we started talking about Pride on the Road, some of the places we wanted to go and see, because we all think like Woking and Guildford, they're such a hub, it's the main train line into London, and you think the accessibility is so easy, but actually I know from working at Twister, there are so many kids in villages, like Cranley, and even like Reigate, which even has the train line, but it's much less of a service. They feel so isolated, and I think we saw a lot of young people and adults with disabilities that maybe couldn't get to our shows, and older population, and maybe people that weren't out and they didn't feel like they could travel to go to such a big event, and people as well that don't do well in a big crowd, and Pride was still a big crowd. It was a lot smaller than sort of Brighton or London, but it's still quite an intimidating place to go and visit. So for us to go into their community and their space, and every time the van turned up, and people just looked so happy to see us.
That was really special.
That was special. Yeah, do you know what was lovely as well? The amount of young people that made the effort, and not just coming along with their mates because they'd seen us, advertise the event, but the amount of parents that were bringing their young people and saying, what can I learn? What can I do for my child? How can I help my child? People who might not necessarily, as you said, have the confidence to come along to a big Pride event because that they can have a bit of a reputation for being sort of adults only, but for those people to come along and to speak to us and to realize it is an event for everyone, and there's an area for everyone and a place for everyone within Pride, certainly within Pride in Surrey. I think that was really good work going forwards for young people to understand that there is an organisation that represents them for them.
Allow people to put their toe in a little bit.
Exactly that,
and to learn a little bit about what we do. And of course, our events are family friendly unless stated otherwise. So, our Summer Pride event has a youth zone which you run, Molly, and there's we've taken our whole family to our festival in the summertime, and it's a wonderful event for everyone. But I think this allowed people to learn a little bit more about that. And the other thing that was fabulous as we toured around was the amount of mayors and councillors that came out to meet us, and I think that's lovely. Those people in authority, that actually we are important and we are valued and we are worth coming and speaking to and meeting with is wonderful. I think it's a really brilliant step forward, and I really feel that there's been real progress within Surrey this year. And people are more accepting than ever, I think, and I think the whole community, not just the Pride in Surrey team, but the whole LGBTQ community have played a role in that. I think we're very lucky. We've got some really good allies. I think we're blessed.
I think what sets us apart, though, is I think maybe it's taken us that little bit of time. The first year round, we were, just a party, and I think those authorities now recognise that we are an organisation that works all year round to look after people, to signpost people, and to talk to people, and to provide services. And we have really worked hard for our community. We're not just a party. you know, and I think we have that respect now from certainly the borough councils and the county council to understand that, you know, we want to work with them to make life better for people, for everybody.
Absolutely, and I can confirm we have worked hard, all of us, all of the Pride team, tirelessly, and it hasn't been easy, because I think most of us, all of us, have carried on working in our, you know, daytime jobs, or, you know, nighttime jobs for some. But yeah, we've brought you cook-alongs, we've brought you interviews, news on the news, exercise, we've brought you Pride on the Road, we've brought you so much, and like, it's all just to connect with people out there, and, you know, just let them know we are here.
Well, it's our values, isn't it? I think we've really lived up to those values, which, you know, educate, celebrate, and connect. And I think we've done all three of those, you know, 10 times over this year, if not more, and trying to find different ways of bringing those three things into all the communities. And like you say, having mayors and councillors coming out with us and us being able to educate them. I remember speaking to the mayor for ages when I went to Farnham, and actually they wanted to know what we were doing in the community. And some people still haven't heard about us, and they don't know what we're about. They don't know that we're a community pride run by volunteers. None of us get paid, and we all do it because we want to make such a difference in our community. So it's fantastic to make those links, and COVID has allowed us to do it in so many different ways. And I mean, we've learned so much. I mean, I didn't know any of this technology was available at the beginning of the year.
I've never heard of Zoom. I never even heard of it. Never heard of it.
Girls, I think we smashed it. I think we, as Pride in Surrey team, we absolutely smashed it. And Stephen is right to say he's absolutely proud of us. And we're proud of ourselves. I think I'm proud of everyone in the team. And Stephen, yeah, he's so proud of us, and damn right, because we have worked out.
Though, is the fact that we are volunteers. We don't do this full time. We do this around our full-time jobs and our full-time lives. And, you know, we have parents, and we have early years providers, and we have teachers, and we have youth workers, and we have social workers, and we have retail workers, and we have charity workers, and we have hospitality workers, and we have people that have such a wide range of day jobs, you know, who bring those skills into what they do for Pride. And it's all down to the passion, and the passion that is within our team to provide ongoing services, you know. And there were a lot of Prides this year who said, oh, sorry, Pride's cancelled, and kind of shunned away into the shadows. But you know, the thinking outside the box that occurred within our team this year, and putting together the Not Alone shows and the cook-alongs and the Pride on the Road, and, you know, that kind of thinking, that outside thinking, I think has been absolutely magical. And I'm so proud of our team this year. I'm so proud of what we've achieved. And this won't just be a COVID long exercise, will it? I think now we will continue with Not Alone. We will continue to have that online presence, as well as our main events, as well as our physical events that people can attend. And we will still be there for people 365 days a year, because we've understood that this isn't just down to, you know, the pandemic. This isn't just down to people not working. This isn't just down to people having a slightly different lifestyle. This is down to there being a genuine need within our community to connect with other people, and to feel that there are people like them that care for them.
Yeah, we've definitely found, haven't we, that there is an element of the society that, and it might not even be people that can't get out or don't want to go out, but there are people that are still going out to work full time, but want to engage with us online on that platform, and that is so important. And are you okay, sweetheart? Okay.
Jan, you're not getting careful. You're turning into Steve.
I've gone past being emotional. There's a spider I've been watching in the corner for the last 30 minutes.
How big is it?
Oh, it's not. It's tiny. It's like this.
No, that's massive. No.
All of a sudden, I can't see him, so I'm a little bit worried.
Go home. We'll have to end this broadcast, and you probably should leave immediately, lock the door, and just wait for Abercrombie to get back. And deal with
it's actually when Abercrombie's in his house, and we've been in the bubble with Abercrombie, which has been great because we got to see our boys. But it's always Kyle, her older son, that gets rid of the spiders, and he's not here. Oh, Kyle.
Yes, thankfully she didn't leave us with the children.
Yeah, it used to be our oldest son that did spiders, but now he's developed a bit of a fear. So
From you?
From me, yes, it's absolutely.
Now who does the spiders?
You. That way.
Where is she? That one.
But she does this thing, right, where she gets a spider and she's all confident, and then she goes, woo! And loses the spider.
No, I don't.
Yes, no, she does.
No, I don't.
Frequently.
No,
yes,
I don't.
yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Wrong.
So
I
then
know who's lying.
exactly where on the wall the spider was, to the spider being practically anywhere, and me considering living in the car for a
She
few
lies.
weeks. I don't lie. Is this the face of a liar?
Yes.
I saw the spider.
Spider on the wall, if you want.
You tell the story.
No, well, no, I'm not prepared to tell the story of the spider on the wall.
Oh, the story when. Oh,
That's a great story. You should share the story with the viewers.
please.
You do it.
Anyway, moving swiftly on, there was a spider once.
Yes. It was when we were newly together,
Here we go. Here's
right?
the
And
story.
Kel was trying to be all impressive.
I was fairly impressive.
Get rid of the spider.
Yes.
Right, so out she gets from bed, gets this spider in a cup.
I was in the nud, and you're extra vulnerable when you're in the nud, and there's a spider.
You know what?
In the nudie.
Oh.
Right, so she gets the glass right over the spider, and she's putting the paper in behind the glass, and it moves, right? And you would think that this was going to be a surprise to her, because she leapt, right? I'm not even kidding. She leapt from the floor back onto the
About
bed.
9 foot in the air. I must have got backwards as well.
Spider gone. Right,
Gone.
and she's the cheek to say that I lose the spiders.
I can tell you, actually, we've never found that spider ever. It's
You're.
I swear it's here.
That's okay.
At night, when we're all in bed, I can hear the floorboards creak on the landing, and I reckon it's that spider because it was huge.
Tiny.
It had boots on, hobnail
I'm
boots.
sure it was, you know.
It had boobs.
Yeah, boots. No, not boobs. Obsessed.
No.
No, it had boots on, hobnail boots.
She's still saying boobs.
Boots.
It was like
Oh,
one of
boots.
those Australian spiders you see on the interweb.
Oh.
No, was it really?
Did it have a little cowboy hat
Was
on?
it really? No, wait, Kel, wait. Stop
Smaller
right
than a
there.
5p, Jana.
It wasn't
Smaller
smaller.
than a
No,
5p.
no, 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 no.
I clearly
Ah,
did it.
I think it was.
What did Lisa say?
You.
Smaller than a 5p.
I believe Lisa.
Tiny.
No, she means an old 5p.
I do not.
No, it was massive. Anyway, it was
That
huge.
still wouldn't be that big.
Shush.
Well, you see, the thing is, I saw the spider here.
But where is it?
Oh, there's an absolute chicken. She was.
Oh, excuse me, everybody. I'm just going to find the spider.
Don't kill him.
No,
Don't
no,
kill him.
No, kill him.
No, put him
Yes.
outside.
Yes.
The
Don't
thing is, I saw the spider, and I don't have a problem with spiders. I used to be terrified, but then I met someone that was more terrified than me, and now they're like my friends.
Now you feel
that's-
double hard. Yeah. Well,
And I leave it there.
around when COVID's over and check out the upstairs of our house for this huge spider that we've never found.
Years ago, babe. I think it's going to be gone.
No, I swear he's here haunting my dreams.
Is it? Yeah.
At night, when I get a bit of an itch or I feel something tickle my face, I'm sure it's that spider sitting on the headboard just tapping me, going, I'm still here. I've still got my eye on you.
See, I like to leave them, and then I talk to them, and I say, you know, if you hide yourself, then Jana won't find you. And I hope she'll slowly get over the fear.
It's because you're a gardener. So you have like spiders all over your face all day, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm in the van, and then one like comes down from the top, and you can feel it crawl across your hair.
I saw a video. Did you see this video on Facebook the other day of somebody in Australia and they're driving along and then all of a sudden one of them huntsman spiders comes up the car and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, they can't do anything because they're on a motorway.
See, now I wouldn't like that. There's a limit as to how big my spider is.
Unpleasant.
There is a limit how big the spider is.
Yeah.
Too, Mommy. And,
Did you get it?
best I shave tonight. I'm joking. When is this being viewed? No. Anyway, we can edit this out. But anyway, talking about spiders, I didn't find the spider, but I did top up my drink while I was looking for the spider. So cheers, girls.
Good achievement. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, dear. Do you know another thing that I thought of when we were talking about Pride on the Road and all like the mayors and stuff coming to see us? There was another great achievement this year in Surrey Heath because the first LGBTQ motion was passed. It was proposed by friend of Pride in Surrey, Councillor Morgan Rise, who's a very good friend of ours. And he proposed it, and it's what was the basis of the motion?
That Surrey Heath Borough Council recognises the LGBT community, continues to support the LGBT community, and supports Pride in Surrey. So now Surrey Heath Borough Council is the first borough council in, I believe, actually in the UK, but certainly in Surrey, to commit now to raising the Pride flag outside the council offices every Pride month. So that coincides with our Pride Month, not National Pride Month, which is traditionally July. So whichever month we have our Pride in Surrey, Surrey County Council is now committed to raising the Pride flag on the main mast for the whole month.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, just to see that level of support coming from councillors of all colours. You know, so that's you know, it's a council that's of no overall control, but the councillors from all the political parties and none supported that motion. So I think that shows how far we've come as a country and as a community to accepting and celebrating diversity in our communities.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
definitely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, do you know when a council can work together, like you say, no matter what colour they are, because actually it's for the greater good of the whole community, and our councillors are there to support and help everybody in the community. So those kinds of classes are really, really valuable. I mean, the work Surrey Heath Council is doing is fantastic.
Everybody I met in Surrey Heath, is it Sarah, Alistair, Morgan? Oh my God, the rock and roll Vic, Mike.
We are very
lucky, yeah. And you know, we've built those relationships, and we work with people across the community, regardless of the parties that they nail their colours to. And that is the way to achieve greatness, I think, is to work across the board, regardless of differences. If you've got a common goal and you all believe in the greater good, and I think everyone can work together, and that is where our strength lies, I think, as an organisation, isn't it? Is understanding that and you know, working with people rather than against them to achieve greatness.
Yeah. You know, like I feel like deep down I'm never going to change. I'm always going to be who I am, and that's not just gay, but a little bit silly and a little bit, you know, talk about things when, you know, it's not appropriate and all that. But I feel like I have learned so much in 2020 from just doing this. And, you know, meeting people like yourself and meeting different people. And it's incredible. It's absolutely mind blowing. And I feel like I'm going to take away so much from 2020.
That's how we grow so much as people, isn't it? And we were talking, I think, a few weeks ago on Muse on the News about if we're not going into the workplace so much, actually, how's that going to affect our communication and our diversity? And it's true, because we get caught in our little bubble, whether it's, you know, the religion we've been brought up in or the people we socialize with, and we need to stretch that view and meet people that are older and people that are younger and people that have come from different countries and have got different religious views, and it makes you think about the world differently, and it's just so refreshing to spend time with people that are different to you and to learn from them.
Insular communities explode, you know. You can't maintain that. Implode. You can't maintain that kind of that bubble, if you like. You know, the world needs diversity. We need to mingle and mix and converse with folks different to ourselves, and that's how
we evolve and grow, isn't it? You know?
Absolutely, yeah. You know, that is exactly how we grow and how we learn and how ourselves as people. You know, you spend time with people that just think like you all the time. You never discover anything about yourself.
You just look back over sort of like the last 70, 80 years, and, you know, to be honest, since the beginning of time, but even just in that space of time, how much, you know, people have started traveling and started going abroad, and how much that just widened people's sort of angle of the world.
And then Brexit.
Look at you and I, Molly. We wouldn't have our better halves without that
exactly,
you know, international movement that we have, and the people being free to move across the world, and people being welcome
you say free
by other people.
You say free, but I'm going to mention that word Brexit again, and oh my god!
Don't get me started on Brexit, because that's another 3 or 4 hour show that we can do. And Pride in Surrey is non-political.
Yeah, no, well, let's not talk about that. But
the society that we're living in, and I think I'm happy to talk about Brexit for a minute, because I think it's
thank you.
travesty. I think it's an absolute travesty,
shocking.
And I think I'm concerned for the peace process in Ireland. Very concerned about that. I'm concerned about freedom of movement. I'm concerned about free trade, and I think the impact for the UK is going to be significant. I am a proud Remainer, and I am so cross. And I don't care if people call me a Ramoner. I don't care. I'm sad about it. I'm really sad. But it is what it is. And next year will be a challenge, I think, come 1st of January, when all things are changing. And travel for me will be okay, because I have an Irish passport. I'll be fine. But for Kel, it won't. I think it's probably the same in your household.
Yeah, we'll have to join different queues at the airport now.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it's so sad, because we are so much richer. I mean, not only as couples for having Lisa and Jana in our lives, but I think the UK is so much richer for having people from all around the world coming here to work.
It is a brilliant thing, and it always has been across nations. And I've always been proud to be a European, and I feel devastated that my identity has been ripped away from me.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not all bad. I'm not that bad, am I? But and people,
you have made our country a better place.
Thank
you are a success story. You came to this country and you've contributed, and you've made the country and the world a better place. And how can that be a bad thing?
And you know what? And don't think for 1 minute that doesn't sometimes make me feel guilty, because I'm doing it for this country, and it does make me feel guilty that actually I'm not doing it for my home country. So it's really hard, because I appreciate being in this country and having a job and doing everything I do, but I do it for this country. And sometimes I feel like, with this Brexit thing, and I'm like, do you not realize that actually this is quite difficult, because I'm not doing anything for my country, I'm doing it for your country, and you don't appreciate it. I don't mean you, but obviously the government and people that voted Brexit.
It's your country too. That's how I feel about it. It's your country too.
It is, and you must remember that you live here and you've been here a very long time.
It is but that's how I see it.
Yeah,
I see it as my country, of course, but the country they get, where I was.
I know you're not necessarily contributing so much to your country, but you are such a proud Slovakian, and you teach so many people about Middle Europe, and about so many people don't even know where Slovakia is, what the capital is, different cities. And so even though you're here, you're making people think, oh, maybe I could go and explore that place, and actually then you're taking tourism to that country.
Actually, Maz said only yesterday I saw Maz, and she said, you know what, I can't wait for this COVID to be over so I can go see your beautiful country. And yes.
And I mean, how much do we talk about Ireland? And I love Ireland. You've never been.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. I don't contribute to my country that where I was brought up. I contribute 100% to this country. Yes, but nowhere near as much as I do to this country. And don't get me wrong, I'm happy about that. This is what I'm proud of. But I want to be not awarded. What's the word? I want to be recognized for actually what I do for this country, because this is my home. But all I'm being told for the last couple of years is
that's what's made Brexit has made some people think, isn't it, that they don't maybe have the same right to live here. They don't feel appreciated.
Yeah, it does hurt.
A really sad effect of that Brexit referendum. I think it's a really sad position to be in, and even as an Irish person, I've had things said to me as well. It's not just people from further away countries. I've been told to go back to my own country since the Brexit referendum, and it's a travesty. But what we must remember is that actually you and I, Jana, we worked all through this lockdown because we are essential key workers, and we kept this country running along with millions of other people. But we play an important role in the society here. And we are valuable, and we are needed, and so
But we're not. But I feel like we're not really. I mean, unless I apply for citizenship and pay horrendous amount of money to become a citizen, I feel like I'm not 100% recognised, and that's sad. It just makes me sad. It will not stop me doing what I do because I absolutely love what I do. My work, which saves lives, my volunteering work, which saves lives. It will not stop me doing that. Never. But I would just like to be recognised for that. But in a way, I guess I am.
We appreciate you, and I think that the majority of the population do, and the majority of the population understand that, you know, we live in a really small world, and everybody that here is welcome here, and you contribute. And you know what? You do contribute to Slovakia because you're one of the best ambassadors for your country that anybody could ever ask for. And you know, you're certainly a great holiday advertisement, because we cannot wait to get on a plane and go over and explore. And I want to go on one of those scooters that you have. One of the things for running over the nanas, 10 points each. I can't wait to do that, you know. So
okay, so about the scooters, I'm really against them right now. So my sister used one a couple of weeks ago.
Did she run over a nana?
She fell over quite badly.
The brakes failed.
The brakes failed. Yeah.
It was bad.
It was quite bad.
But they are still an amazing initiative.
They are incredible.
They're really good for getting down. And
bicycles. That's because we're leaving Europe and we're 100 years behind now. You've got electric scooters.
I know. What a good way to get pollution down, though, when we've got so many problems in our cities. I mean, I really wish they would bring them to London.
They were incredible.
Do you really
we had so much
cope with that?
I don't know.
In London on an electric scooter.
Could you imagine the carnage around Piccadilly Circus?
There would be carnage in Frimley, let alone Piccadilly Circus.
Frimley.
English people just aren't cut out for it. You go to Europe and you've got trams and bicycles and scooters, and they all just run.
Are too quiet for Brits. We'd all get run over, right?
I kid you not. There's this roundabout in the city where I come from. Yeah, it's the second. I'm sorry, this is so funny. It's the second. This is the second biggest city in Slovakia. Second biggest city in Slovakia. Košice. Second biggest city in Slovakia. It's got one roundabout.
Is that the one where the trams go across the middle and the buses go around the outside?
It's got one roundabout and it's massive. It's the size of London. Well, I'm obviously.
Yeah, not quite.
London is roundabout if you count the M25.
Yeah, it's not quite that big, but it's a massive roundabout. Only one roundabout in the whole city, and it's got everything going through it: tram, planes, buses, cars. It's literally. I drive through roundabouts in this country all the time. I come to this roundabout and I panic.
It's pretty scary. I have to drive it once.
It's literally like, whoa, what's going on here?
I drove around it on the wrong side of the road, obviously, because that's how they drive over there.
On the right side.
On the right side, the wrong side. Is it the right? No, it's the right side, which is the wrong side. Anyway, it's the wrong side. And I'm in a left-hand drive, and I'm in a car that's about 25 years old and trying to get it into gear, and you're trying to miss the bus and miss the tram, and the trams don't make any noise.
That's why I have them here, right? If you look at the statistics, and I'm sure that this fact I'm about to make up completely off the top of my head is factually accurate. In Amsterdam, the people that all get hit and knocked and splattered by trams are British people on holiday.
Wandering around.
In so much trouble.
I've just stated the fact that I've completely invented this fact, yet I believe it to be true. We can't cope with things. This is why we now got new legislation coming in that makes electric cars have to make a little noise because we're too divvy. Right?
Really?
I did really get run over by a Prius
They're
once.
so quiet, right? And trams are the same, right? So now we have to make electric cars, which the beauty of them is being quiet. They make them go brum brum.
Wait. Stop. Did you say you nearly got run over by Prius?
By a Prius.
That would be my worst nightmare. Died because she was run over by a Prius.
I
Oh my
know.
god, that would be the
Quiet, I couldn't hear
They're
it.
too quiet.
They're so ugly as well. Sorry, they're the ugliest
Yeah.
cats on the
Invented statistic. It run over the most cats.
And of course,
Yeah.
we're at an
Yeah.
immediate disadvantage in Europe as well when it comes to trams because they come from the wrong side. Right?
Yes.
So you
Yeah.
cross the road and you look that way, but it's coming that way.
Yeah, I would actually argue that pedestrians here in Europe are from Britain as well.
Yeah, we just look the wrong way for everything.
because it's right and then left in Slovakia. So, but it's weird when as soon as I go home, I'm like left then right because that's how I was.
No,
Yeah,
it's never going to happen to us.
No, we've never had
Can I
that.
say though?
In Ireland. Ireland is the same as here with the whole left and right.
It's
thing on the
a
road.
joy driving to Ireland because I don't have to adjust anything except to kilometres, which doesn't make any sense at all to me.
Easy.
and the accent.
She's used to that now.
I'm used to the accent. I'm used to the accent. Even with this one, right? Actually, she goes. We've spoken about this before on Not Alone, where she goes 5,000% more Irish when she goes to Ireland and when we're in Ireland, and she starts using phrases I've never heard her use before in all our time together. I was going, you know what that means?
Last one.
Having a clue.
I don't know. I don't know what.
It just comes naturally, doesn't it?
Yes. What did she said earlier? She said, "Pass me the thing," and actually, what she said was, "Pass me the school bag" in Irish. Asking me to pass her my bag. Yeah. What is it?
Mala Scullia.
Marla Scullia.
That's such a cool word.
School
That
bag.
sounds like pass me Molly.
Mala.
Marla.
Pass me Mola. Scola. Oh, come here, baby.
Just quickly, whilst we're on the electric car Prius thing, I think a noise is a really good idea, if only because I had a friend who was deaf and she couldn't hear the cars coming, and I feel like the more...
Any of the cars coming, Molly?
Well, that's true. Was she black?
How deaf was she?
I might have been blind.
Oh, okay.
It was blind.
No, because my blind friends also have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Hear something.
We're in Jana.
Feed myself now.
Can I just say, for our viewers with hearing and visual impairments, we are entirely supportive and we do our very best to make everything we do as Pride in Surrey accessible for you. And the joke actually was on Molly there and not on our visually and hearing impaired.
No, but she
It's
was.
been a very long year.
Looking at the fact that Molly told it wrong.
But she was trying to say she was
Trying to
concerned.
make a very good point.
She was
It wasn't
concerned.
right, apart from the fact that it was entirely wrong.
It was, yeah. It was a long time ago that I was told that information.
Do you know, guys, this is so difficult because we're not only concerned about the gay, about the disabled, about deaf, about blind. We are constantly, and you just got a little bit wrong, but like it's fine because everybody knows.
Best
Yeah.
thing of the evening, though, Molly. Well done,
I
love.
enjoyed that.
Thank you. I thought so.
Sorry, I'm just gonna find that spider again.
Okay. You
Oh.
find that spider.
Oh, Molly.
Oh, brilliant.
Always mucking up my yeah, I never get my point across because I miss a vital piece of information every
No,
time.
anyway, tell me about your visually impaired friend that couldn't hear the Prius.
So she couldn't see the Prius.
No.
So yeah.
Or hear it. So she could. Yeah,
No, I think she can hear. She can't see well.
Yeah.
And then you can't hear the cars coming, can you? And it's bad enough for us when we can't hear them, but if you can't see as well, and actually the more and more electric cars we get on the road and electric buses, I've seen, the buses are so quiet, they're huge.
Yeah.
I think it's something to consider, and I'm not sure that actually they have considered some of the disabilities.
No, there is legislation coming in, which means they have to make a noise above a certain level to account for that. Because I've been caught out, and I don't consider myself to be, visually impaired or hearing impaired. Yeah, I was stood at the front of my house the other day, and I was doing something. I was looking at my phone, and a car managed to pull around the corner, come up right close to me, and then reverse into their own driveway. And it was only when I heard the door open that I looked up and realised that this car had performed this whole manoeuvre in front of me. And I hadn't heard a dicky bird because it was so quiet. And it did make me concerned because, you know, we've got 3 cats. It made, you know, and 4 kids. You know,
Yeah.
But it made me really concerned about actually the you know, the people that are out on the roads that, you know, maybe, you know, wouldn't have seen it, you know, like me in my own little bubble.
Yeah.
They are terrifying, but they are great things for the environment. And I think we're going to be all switching to electric cars, aren't we, within the next 10 years?
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. So it's just finding a way to manage it, isn't it? Because obviously if we can cope with it, I mean, hopefully we're going to have a little bit more infrastructure as well if we're going to all turn to electric cars. Otherwise we're going to not have any lights after 6 o'clock in the evening or something.
They need to be solar powered during the day, and the solar power charges the battery. The thing is,
Listen, we don't have enough solar power to charge up the garden lights. Never mind.
yeah, our solar
Run a
powered
car.
garden lights don't last very long, I must say that. And the thing is with us, is we do very long journeys. We never just pop to Tesco's, really. We go a long way, and it worries me about the length of the charge.
Long. No.
Our friend Trish,
Universal symbol for long journey. Is it?
our friend Trish at the tennis club, she's just got an electric car. She said they were going to Devon.
Yeah, maybe.
And I said, "You're going to be okay to get there?" She said, "Yeah, I might have to stop once for like a 20-minute charge, but it does like 125 miles or something."
20 minutes for a charge.
Do you know what? That would annoy me though.
Yeah, well, but that's nice. That's a nice opportunity to have a wee and a burger.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You stop at the services, you have a pee, you buy a coffee, you have a smoke if you smoke. But I'm not encouraging
So
smoking.
we just buy some nice food.
Last time we stopped at services, it wasn't nice food, but it's because we were fasting, so we shared kind of half.
Yes. If you're going to fast for the day, don't travel long distances and then have to buy food at service stations because they are calorific.
Yes.
You have to find something really little.
Calories than a sarnie at home. Yeah.
Yes, we shared an egg and cress sandwich. We had 1 piece each.
Half of
One
a
piece, one half.
Yes,
A
half.
bite each, and that was enough
bite
calories.
each.
Your 600 calorie limit for the day.
Yeah. It's much easier when you're at home and you can make your own food.
Yeah, like salad leaf with I don't even know what.
You are not selling it.
No.
No.
We've never been sold on this fasting for the day idea.
Hey, good girls, you have
Why they
done
both
amazing.
svelte than we do.
I think we look quite svelte. Do you not?
Yeah, girls, like I'm not, like I don't want to like make you big-headed or anything, but you are looking incredible. You have that. Oh, look who's popped on! Bring her on.
Hang on though. Hang on. Can I just say that we are so proud of you girls. I mean, what you've achieved in lockdown, which you've worked so hard.
Us.
It's incredible. I mean, you haven't had a break, and you're still sticking at it.
And you lost like so much weight. So much.
Oh, in she comes.
Whee!
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, look at you.
Merry Christmas.
How are you?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
How are you, darling?
How is
I
William?
have to agree. I've just heard the end of that. Lisa and Cal, honestly, you do look incredible.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, you always looked great, but the difference is so
Right,
noticeable. It's amazing.
I know. But look at them. All they do is drink water. Look at them.
This water.
Cheers.
Sarah, I hope you have a drink because this is. Oh, well done.
How is the pride?
Yes,
going?
everybody.
Lovely.
We were talking earlier, Sarah, about actually how this year has been just incredibly insane, but actually how it's brought us together. And there's one like a major thing that sticks to my mind, and that is goodbye picnic to you. And that really, really sticks to my mind. Like we had
Greatest thing that had happened in West End in 100 years.
we had to say goodbye to Sarah because she moved to different country.
She moved to Wales.
Well, to
Country,
the
but
sheepland, to the sheepland, where it's very beautiful, beautiful. But you know,
What was
well,
okay, forget it. I'm just gonna go and find the spider again.
please
About
do.
this year, how Jana can't do accents.
No, we know.
we've
Top of the
been
morning,
aware of that for quite some
No.
time.
We know you can't do Irish as well.
Sarah, what's it been like for you to actually be part of Pride in Surrey and now in Wales? How do you
I
feel?
think in some respects, because of lockdown, it's not that much different because we were doing everything online before I moved and we're still doing everything online.
We
So
haven't actually noticed that you've gone yet because you're always there still.
yeah, I'm still here. You still can't get rid of me. There are little things like obviously the pop-up shop, which is incredible, and I'm really gutted that I can't come and help there because it's like 3.5 hours away. And I love working in shops. I love that. But and I think as far as the safe space goes as well, that would be just a fantastic thing to be involved in. So that is really sad. But at the same time, I think I've I'm so lucky that you guys have continued to include me. I have been able to contribute still to various different things that are going on. And I miss seeing you all massively, but I don't feel like I've lost you because you were like, you're still putting up with me.
Yeah.
You haven't lost us at all. You're still such an integral part of our team.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Well, you know how much for me, like how important being part of Pride in Surrey was and still continues to be. And the idea of losing that and not being able to help you guys and support you guys from here just wasn't something that would have sat well with me. So I'm thrilled that I can still contribute and be a part and support you guys even from here.
It wouldn't have sat well with us either. You're part of our team, and you shall remain so. And
Oh,
Oh,
Jana.
Jana's gone.
Right.
Oh, Jana.
done, Sarah. You've made Jana leak.
I seem to always make Jana cry. I have like this skill to make Jana cry. But I do miss you. But also at the same time, I have created a holiday venue for you all. So, you know, at the end of the day, you've got a free holiday on the beach whenever you want it. What could go wrong?
As soon as this is all over, we're all going to embark upon you in Welsh Wales, and we're going to come and have a big Welsh party.
We'll have a big day.
Big gay Welsh party.
As long as I don't have to sleep with your cats again. and I didn't say pussies. Can I just have some?
No, but it still implies bestiality. So let's edit that out entirely.
Do you know what? It was do you know, obviously we were talking proud on the road highlight.
Yeah, I
picnic.
missed that. I was gutted by that too.
I know. Another highlight was picnic to say goodbye to you, and that was between the two lockdowns, I believe.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then the highlight actually being in Wales and being with you and sleeping with your cats. It was definitely highlight of 2020.
We have even more pets here now. So my current, I live in a zoo. I need to start charging admission for people to come and say hi. So we've now got 2 rescue ponies, 2 dogs, 2 cats, a leopard gecko, a rankin dragon, 2 mice, a hedgehog. I think that's everything because unfortunately we're not
llama.
oh, hang on. And we've got the African land snails and we've got the stick insects. Yeah, I mean, it is literally like living in a zoo right now.
Please, a llama or an alpaca.
No, what we really want is I really want pygmy goats to live with our Shetland.
Yes, donkeys.
I love a donkey.
Well, the owner of the yard that have got my little rescue ponies, they've got donkeys. They breed them, so there's donkeys there too. When you come and visit, you will come and meet all of these animals.
I adopted Lisa a donkey, and he's called Timothy, and he writes to her.
What a very clever donkey!
Smart. I picked a good one.
Yes.
You do. Oh, naturally, so I should think.
Yeah, we get little updates telling us what Timothy's been doing and whether or not he's had a haircut.
He's very vain.
He's incredibly vain, Tim.
Yeah.
Timothy.
I have no
Where's this
idea.
come from?
I'll send you a picture.
Timothy is literally the best name for a donkey. And nobody
Can
can
we,
tell me or
can,
convince
can
me
we remove
otherwise.
this? Seriously, how don't we know about Timothy? Like, we thought we knew everything about you. We don't know about the donkey.
Why? We have many secrets.
Oh, well,
Timothy is just one of
welcome
them.
to the lesbian world or LGBTQ world. Sarah, can I just say, like, so you're not just about, being so amazing for Pride and Surrey and LGBTQ community. You're just like animal lover and rescuer of every animal living. Honestly, you are incredible, and we bloody miss you so much.
I do miss you dreadfully, and I can't wait to be able to give you a big cooch and see you all soon. And yeah, as long as we're probably going into cooch. It's Welsh for like it's
Didn't
like
they prove?
it's
Okay.
a Welsh cuddle, but it's not like a normal cuddle. It's like a it's a different one.
So, can you update Sarah on the word of the week?
Right. So, did you watch last week's Muse on the News?
I don't know if it's been.
I haven't watched it yet.
So we discussed hilarious English words, and one of them was cooch.
Oh no, it's not. No, not
Now
cooch.
you're confused, Jana, with cooch, which is spelled CW and not CWR.
CW. Yeah.
Right. So it's not the same, and she's not going around giving cooches to people.
No,
Thank
I'm
you
not.
very much. I feel like I've learned something new again.
Enjoy. No, entirely different.
Entirely different. Like it's a proper like cuddly cuddle, like a you can't. There's no other word but cooch. Nothing else explains it but cooch.
Squad.
It's a cooch, not cooch. Cooch.
No, Sarah. Squodge.
Oh, squash.
Squad is close to cooch, right?
I might take that. I'll let that ride. Yeah, I'll let that go. I haven't watched it yet because I had a poorly daughter who is bouncing back, so I've got a lot to catch up on. But yeah, I've got a lot to catch up on. But I shall watch it because I do love your Muse on the News. And I shall definitely catch up on that soon.
Please do.
So what other music? How's Reed?
Reed's good. Reed moved in officially today. So yes, today Reed has moved in. And my gorgeous kid, he is.
Where is he?
Hi.
Ella Mister. Hey!
Hi, join Reed.
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
No, not today. Hey, we
We
love
miss
you.
We get the impression, Sarah, that he wasn't expecting to be on camera this evening.
No, he wasn't.
There we
Let
go.
me see. Can I turn this round? Hang on. How do I don't know if I can turn it round on here. I bought gay Christmas jumpers for my dogs.
Hooray!
Oh, amazing.
And money from them goes to diversity role models, which is really cool. So
Fantastic.
Oh, fantastic.
but yeah, there we go. Ta-da.
Much
Hi.
Hi, Reed.
So yeah, he officially my kids off their own backs made pictures for him which say "Welcome home, Daddy Reed," and are full of rainbows, about as gay as they normally are. Yeah, so my daughter Eliana started calling him Daddy Reed, and now the other two are doing it as well. So
congratulations, guys. Do you know what? That is a good news story from 2020.
yeah, I think we've said that there's been a lot of challenges for both of us in 2020, but most certainly a pretty big highlight as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible. Oh, it's lovely news. Wonderful.
Oh, that's literally heart melting.
I'm gonna make Jana cry again.
No.
I know.
Stop it.
Well, I've got a dog.
Stop it. Oh my God, no way. Doodles.
But yeah, I don't know. Look, I'll see if I can show you. Look how cute. I don't know if you can see because I can't turn my camera around, but
Oh yeah.
Oh.
they're a gay hedgehog.
Oh my goodness.
The hedgehog is awesome.
So yeah.
Oh, you're a lucky man, Reed.
I definitely am.
Yeah, you know it.
So will you guys be spending Christmas together with the family, as a family?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh my God, I'm so. Oh, that's amazing.
Jana's gone again.
Yeah, I was gone again. Yeah, no, officially our first official Christmas
Yeah.
together.
First official.
Official one. We won't talk about the unofficial one.
No,
Sweet that.
Nope. But yes, our first official Christmas together. So yeah, we'll see.
Sarah, I hear you making your way to Surrey, Woking. soon.
Hoping to. There is a big chance that we're going to go back into lockdown on the 28th, which has scuppered our plans a little bit, but we are still hoping to come. We may. I actually haven't spoken to Reed about this yet because Reed's literally got home about 2 hours ago. But there is a chance that we'll try and make it down because I'm going to try and see my brother because I haven't seen my brother and sister-in-law and their 2 little boys since August. So when they came here briefly, so we're going to see if we can see them, but they're not around until the 27th. So whether or not we can make it back on Boxing Day, but obviously we've got a free households rule we've got to obviously stick to. So going to see what we can work out because we're desperate to see people. So yeah, we'll see what we can work out and within guidelines.
Do you know what the guidelines do say though? We are all allowed to stand quite far away from each other and wave.
Yeah. This is the thing is whether or not. So we're seeing my brother and family on the afternoon of the 27th. So there might be something that we can do sort of end of Boxing Day or something like that. So yeah, we'll see what we can figure out definitely. And of course you'll be the first to know if we can do it.
Absolutely, and don't forget if you pop down, make sure you pop into Present Surrey pop-up shop in Peacock Centre in Woking.
We definitely will. Can't wait to visit it. Really can't.
Fabulous. Fantastic.
Perfect. Right, lovely people. We will leave you to catch up and continue. Can't wait to watch what we've missed and catch up. Reed's been away, so we've got to watch it together. So we will catch up on that at some point and hopefully see you at the end of December. And if not, as soon as lockdowns allow, we will be there.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Don't forget to catch up on the Grace Petrie interview.
Oh, do you know what? I cannot wait to watch that. I actually started watching that as my daughter was throwing up next to me. So, I got distracted from that somewhat. So, I will. I'll definitely be watching that soon. And I might have to educate Reed on who Grace is actually. So, we'll be. Yeah, I know.
Really? Come on, mate. Come on.
I know. He used to be a lesbian and everything. He really should know better.
No, really.
I have no words. There's no words that can follow that.
Can I just say, Reed, I'm on the same wave as you are. I didn't really know.
Right, you two, you should be ashamed of yourselves, and you both actually need to just get on YouTube now and just crack on and watch everything Grace Petrie's ever done, and you will both feel that she is probably the finest artist you've ever heard in your life, and compare her to Joni Mitchell and Bob Dylan.
Okay. There we go. I've got homework to do.
No, this is more important than paperwork.
No, he said he's got homework.
Oh, I thought he said he had paperwork to do. I was going to say, what? Paperwork. Well, yes, homework. You've been set this by Pride in Surrey. So,
yeah. Okay, got it.
I forgot. No, go on.
All right.
I'll take that seriously now.
Yeah.
Right, guys, it's so good to talk to you. We will hopefully catch up really soon. And look, we love you all very, very much.
We love you. It's so lovely to see you.
Merry Christmas,
guys. Love you. Oh,
yes.
Oh, we love you tonight, guys.
Oh, what a fantastic night.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Stephen on and then Sarah, and what a great roundup.
Yeah, I've still love talking to you all the time. I could talk to you for hours. I feel like I learn.
You quite often do, Jana.
You do, Jana, yeah.
What
What a lot of the people watching this don't realise is, although Muse on the News runs for about 20-30 minutes, it actually takes us 4 or 5 hours to record it because we chat so much scribble before and after.
Yeah.
Why am I getting blamed for this?
I mean, our recordings actually are done.
Some people don't talk too much. But
I get no script.
I am talking.
No script is the best way. We smash it out in one go, don't we? It's just we love so much either side.
You know what? It's nice for it to be natural. That's what I always think, because people see who we are, you know, and you know, I don't like rehearsing anything. I think it's just nice to do it off the cuff.
That's just the thing. We are just real people, just putting together content for people to enjoy. Well, hopefully to enjoy, but certainly to watch. And you know, we're proud of what we do, and we hope that everybody out there.
What's the best content you've done? We've done.
I really enjoy Muse on the News. I really enjoy. I enjoy everything. I enjoy the cook-alongs. I enjoy meeting Molly and Jana at cooking food.
She said eating.
Okay. No, beating, of course.
I enjoy everything we do, because I feel like we're doing good, and I feel like we're creating things that people like watching. And you know, even if it's just 10 people watching, 20 people watching, it feels like we are helping people. It feels like we're doing something good for the community, and that you know, people say that voluntary work isn't entirely altruistic, and it does have a selfish element, and to a certain extent that's true, because it does make you feel good. It makes you feel good to make other people happy, and it does make.
I'm not going to argue that. Yeah, it does make you feel.
That's why I love creating this content, and that's why we do what we do, day after day, night after night, and I think I can probably speak for all of us when I say that.
Mm-hmm. And you were 100% for quite a long time. I enjoyed the interviews that we've done. I think we've had a real mix of people. So we've spoken to people from the political world. We've spoken to social influencers. We just referred to Grace Petrie, who's an amazing singer-songwriter, protest singer, lesbian, and a butch lesbian as well, proudly butch lesbian, and just a really good role model, I think, for any young girl in the LGBTQ community. Who else? Oh, Peter Tatchell, of course. We've like, you know, equal rights God.
You know, it was an absolute honour and a privilege to get some of Peter Tatchell's time and to spend some time speaking with him. And you know, we learned so much from speaking to somebody so experienced in the world of human rights campaigning, and I think that was probably a highlight of the year, wasn't it? I think. And
anybody who hasn't seen those interviews, they are available on our YouTube channel, so please do go and check them out. They are well, interesting. You know, we do a lot less talking than we do now, and
we listen.
Yeah, and the people that we've spoken to have been really inspirational people, I think. And I've loved doing the cook-alongs with you. We have such a giggle when we do that, and you know, you guys and Oscar. But I think Oscar started it. You guys then got involved and helped him, and then you guys have run with it sort of throughout the year. And I think that's been a brilliant addition to what we're doing. And occasionally we pop on with you and we'll do a bit of a joint cook-off, and it's a right old giggle, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got to say, like, the credit goes to all of the team, but Oscar has, you know, he started the cook-along. He started the whole thing, really, like, of cooking. And it's all, he doesn't do so much anymore. He's really busy with his new job, but he's doing so much for Pride in Surrey.
Yeah, he's a
and we just carried on doing the cook-along, and you guys come and join us. And like, I'm just so glad that actually Oscar come up with this idea, because I think it's fantastic. And you know, sometimes we cook rubbish, it's absolute rubbish, but we talk important stuff.
Never rubbish.
The food's always good.
Well, the food is good, but it's not like extra special.
No, but I'm glad you've given Oscar a shout, because he's contributed so much to Not Alone, and really he was, you know, the thought behind the cook-alongs and stuff. And it's nice to give Oscar a nod, because Oscar works really hard for Pride in Surrey. He works really hard for Blossom, and he works really hard in his day job. And
absolutely.
It's give our Pride brother a nod.
And he's only like 19 or something, and he's so bloody young.
Yeah, he's a little bit older than 19.
Oh well,
but not much. No, but he's got, you know, and you know, things have evolved, and now he's not cooking with us at the moment, but we're cooking. But that's just the way that actually, you know, our team actually does evolve. You know, someone has a fantastic idea, and maybe they can't continue to run with it long term, and other people can. Just there's so many different initiatives we've come up with this year, and I mean, I love doing the cook-along every single week, but I also love doing the interviews with some of the bands, some of the local bands as well. We did the Colourblind Monks, and we did South Bank Crows, and, you know, quite a few others. Because I think, I mean, I might just speak for the four of us, but hopefully the viewers as well will say that everything we've done, there's something different for everyone. You know, if you don't enjoy the cook along, you might enjoy the news, or you might enjoy the music.
There's been stuff for Trans Day of Remembrance with Sarah and Reed. Absolutely incredible interview with those two. Absolutely, I loved it. I got so freaking emotional. And then, of course, the Rachel.
Sorry to interrupt you, Jana, because it was Shine who put you in touch with the bands, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
She deserves a massive shout out.
What a wonderful person she is, actually.
Yeah, so if you don't know about Shine, Shine started a festival, I believe, a couple of years ago called Shine Fest, which I thought was a fantastic name even before I knew that her name was Shine. And that just, you know, tops it up. And I believe she does it with her husband and a good friend of theirs. And I think it has a similar ethos to Pride in that it's a community initiative where they go out and they want to bring something to the community. They want it to be family friendly, and they want to highlight and promote local singer-songwriters, local musicians, and we've so enjoyed having that partnership with Shine this year and some of the incredible acts. I think Abby Keneally came through her as well, and I'm going to forget some names.
Quick thing.
Yeah. Mel Atkinson. That's exactly who I was thinking of. But we've been able to collaborate, and they've actually then performed on our Not Alone, and hopefully the community's found out a little bit more about them, because of course Shine Fest wasn't able to happen this year because of COVID. So it's really nice that we've been able to continue that relationship, and then hopefully.
I absolutely think a world of something.
Yeah, she was
Shine. Do you know what?
Yeah. Probably worth mentioning that tickets for Shine Fest 2021 are on sale now. So if you want to get your ticket, you can buy it now. If there's any COVID restrictions come summer next year, those tickets will either be refunded or carried forward. So you're not at any risk if you buy your ticket now. So please do go and support Shine Fest. Yeah. I've never been, but by all accounts, it's a brilliant event, and we totally intend to be there in 2021.
Yeah,
we popped down to our Pride shop yesterday, and who turned up? Shine.
Of course.
Absolutely brilliant. She was there picking up the click and collect, whatever she ordered and paid for, and she picked up some stuff that she ordered in Pride in Surrey shop. And you know, she has been supporting all her artists throughout the COVID, and such an incredible person.
She's such a supporter of small local businesses, and I think that's fantastic. She loves to shop local, and I think that's something really important this year, isn't it, where some of the big supermarkets and that have actually done really well because they've been allowed to stay open, whereas the smaller independent stores and those real gifts that you just can't get anywhere else, they're the ones that are really suffering. And so I think, you know, in the lead up to Christmas this year, it was really important that we supported those local businesses. So she's a great attribute.
And she has supported us and Pride in Surrey throughout it all as well.
It's about connecting, isn't it? And finding other people in the community that have got the same ethos as us and working together. Fantastic.
Together we are great. And as it's a good opportunity to thank everyone that's used our Pride in Surrey shop this year and purchased items over the internet and continue to support us throughout the year, and thank you all so much, because every penny genuinely does go back into your community, because we are a non-for-profit organisation. None of us take a penny, none of us claim expenses, or, you know, we're not dining out on your dollar. Every single penny that comes into Pride in Surrey goes back to helping the community and providing services for the
100%.
Yeah.
It's a worthy event. So if you can, pop along to the pop-up shop in the Peacock Centre in Woking, or you can see it online, and the whole range is available online. It can be posted to you, or you can click and collect, whichever you prefer. But I know that we've done quite a bit of our Christmas shopping via the shop. And,
for our kids, they love the stuff from the shop, and actually the scented candles make incredible gifts for every single person in your life. So including us, if you'd like to send us scented candles, we'd be happy for that.
You girls feel like you spend absolute fortune in our Pride shop. Like, and we get a little bit of stuff discount, which is really nice, because I feel like we're constantly shopping in that shop.
There's so many good things.
It is.
But you know what? The joy of the shop is that you can buy something for a couple of quid. You know, we've both got key rings on our keys that have that
a
are
million.
just gorgeous, and they're £3.50.
I love them.
You do
Those
that, or
earrings.
you can buy a 20 quid candle. You know,
Our eldest loves the badges, so every time a new badge hits the shelf, she has to have them. So yeah.
But this is what I mean. I just can't help it. I just can't help it. I go in the shop. It's like when we set up the shop and we were pricing up, and I was like, oh my god, there's only a few of these left. I need to. Oh my god! So I was first one in the shop next morning to buy that bit because I need it. And then there's some really really lovely stuff in the shop.
Yeah,
it's just and it's forever changing. We use a lot of UK designers.
They're great.
Love it.
Great. It's
And that's
£7
as well. Yeah.
It's really good quality. It's absolutely wonderful. I love it. Love it. Look at it.
Love it. You copied me though. Furious.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, absolutely. She was the first one.
Oh, you a lizard twin?
You're definitely keep an eye out because
we're 1 hour and 25 minutes
People
now.
are going to get so bored of listening to us.
Yeah. They can pause.
We should probably round up.
Yeah,
I think so. I think we've rounded up the year pretty well, in fairness. So I think it's been an incredible year.
I think we should raise the glass and say Merry Christmas.
To Pride in Surrey and to every single person that's out there that is watching us currently, is watching us on Catch Up or Repeat, who has watched a single cook along, who has engaged with us through our shop or through our website or through our talk service, or who has spoken to any of us in person about Pride. Thank you. You are the reason we do what we do. So we raise a toast to our community, to our supporters, to our members, to our allies, and we wish you a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Cheers, Tin Tin Girls.
Cheers, darlings.
Cheers, darlings.
And we'll see you in 2021.
Yes.
You won't be able to escape us, girls. Don't you worry about that.
Good. Damn, I thought I was getting rid of you.
Jana, do your special work.
Oh gosh, I'm still working. Guys, please remember, if you are still struggling and what we do is not enough, because sometimes it just isn't, and that's fine. We are still there for you in other ways, and please do use our text service, and just talk in capitals to 88440, and someone in the Pride team will be there to direct you.
Right. All over the
right.
And all over New Year. 365 days a year. We are
365.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As we said, thank you for everything this year. We are a strong community, and we're a loud community, and we're not going anywhere. And it's a joyous thing, and it's a lovely thing to be part of. So
absolutely.
Thank you to all of you. Thanks to you two. Thanks to you two for being.
Well, thank you to you two.
Thank you.
You're beautiful.
It's an absolute pleasure.
No.
It's been emotional. It's been emotional. I've got to say, it's been emotional roller coaster. But we all know that not only you are not alone, we are not alone. We're there for each other as a team.
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
Fantastic.
All right.
Okay.
Good night.
Take care. We'll see you soon.
Switch us off before I cry
Night.
again. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Pride.
Good night.